Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath to you too. Happy
Whom do we
Sabbath
have
to you.
here?
You here with Amon Reyes? No, Amon that correct. That's my original name, but I go by Amon Reyes on social media.
Okay,
So
that's
if you wanna
great.
connect with me, you can look up Amon Reyes.
We're gonna post his handle on the screen.
That's
And my
right.
name is Peace.
Okay.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Amon.
meet you, peace.
And I am going around and asking Christian youth about
Right.
their faith.
Right.
And I have a question for you today. Do you have a
Okay.
minute to talk?
For sure. For
Okay.
sure. I
So the
sure do.
question I have for you is, what is one biblical scripture or passage that comforts you?
That comforts me.
Yes,
Um. So
that speaks to your heart.
right. That's a very good question. And it's actually a verse that is my favorite verse in the Bible, and it's found in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So here in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, I'm gonna read a couple passage. So first verse says, "To everything there is a season, a
Yes.
time for every purpose under heaven,
Yes.
a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck what is planted." So it goes on to say pretty much it's time for everything,
Right.
right? So for me, when I'm going through a tough time, challenges of life,
Yes.
this verse really comforts me and it gives me the hope that whatever I'm going through is seasonal, right? It's not gonna last forever,
Right.
right? Because sometimes I hear stories of people that went through something and then some people end up taking away their lives. But if you really understand this principle from this scripture, that nothing lasts, everything is temporary, it's
Yes.
seasonal.
Yes.
Like that should give you hope that whatever season I'm in right now is gonna
Yes.
end at some point, right? So
Yes.
for me, this is really the scripture that gives me the hope, that comforts me, and lets me know that yes, may suck right now, maybe tough times, but eventually I'm gonna be smiling again. I'm gonna be dancing,
Oh, definitely. Oh,
So yeah,
definitely.
summer is around the corner.
It's
So
so empowering. It's
yeah.
so uplifting to just hear, knowing that God has promised that every season in our lives is very temporary,
Right,
and
right.
that at the end of the tunnel there is light,
That's right. That's
and you're
right.
not stuck in the darkness, you're not stuck in the pit that you think you are.
Right,
So thank you
right.
so much, Amon, for
Yeah, it's a
sharing that
pleasure.
scripture
It's a
with
pleasure.
us, and I
Yeah,
hope it inspires you as well and
for
gives you
sure.
encouragement.
Yeah.
Our last question is, what is
Mhm.
one act of kindness you witnessed recently that inspired you?
Okay. One act of kindness.
Yes,
Um.
any.
Okay. So I think about that one.
It could be someone
So
offering you a seat on the bus.
right, right. I would say, was it an act of kindness? Yeah, I would say actually it was last week.
Yeah.
I met a friend of mine, like classmate. We
Yeah.
had the same class last semester. So we met, yeah, last week. I don't remember the day. I think it was a Tuesday though. We were in like the lounge in one of the buildings here on the campus. And he came there, we were catching up, talking,
Uh-huh.
and then he offered me food,
That's
right?
so nice of you.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I really appreciated it
That is so
because
kind.
he had just few food, but he was willing to share with me,
That is so
And it's also
nice.
not somebody I've known for a long time because we met last semester in a class, and then we would talk about God in class. He's also Christian, no Adventist, but Christian, so we talk about God and stuff like that. But I was just inspired to see how he was willing to give me his food, even though we haven't really known each other for a long time, right? So yeah, that's what I would say is like the recent act of kindness I've witnessed.
That is
Yeah.
so beautiful to witness, honestly. And that's how friendships are formed.
Mm.
You're not just preaching to someone and
Right,
but
right.
that act to itself can be a form of gospel, a
Mm.
gospel to somebody.
Right, right.
Because now that he shared you food, I'm
Mhm.
sure there was a conversation that sparked right
Right,
after
right.
that.
Oh yeah,
So it's such an
for
awesome
sure, for sure.
experience that
Yeah,
you had.
yeah.
And I hope you guys also get inspired to do the same for
Okay.
others. You don't
Yeah,
know what someone may need your help
yeah,
in any form. It could be
yeah.
physical, so
Right,
you can
right.
share your food with other people.
Mhm.
And that's how friendships get built. So I hope
Yeah.
you're encouraged, and thank you so
There's,
much, Amon, for
yeah.
having a minute to talk with me.